Welcome back to Petrograd in 1916. This is Let's Break History, the final days of Grigory Rasputin. Last week, on the final days of Grigory Rasputin. You run into Rasputin's secretary, Aaron Simonovich.
Can we have a conversation in his apartment? I want to see what is going on in there. If there is one person on the earth who would want to kill Rasputin, who would that be?
He bemoaned Purushkevich and why Purushkevich hate me, things like that. He seemed very upset.
So I am going to talk to Purushkevich.
So what make you of the royal family these days and their decisions at court?
He says, I think they're way too close to that adventurer Rasputin. He is bad influence on royal family and I wish to see him dead.
May as well go talk to Daddy first.
Hello, Matryona. What brings you here?
I came to ask you the same thing. What are you doing here?
Well, I have arrangement with Beletsky, and I am here to collect.
My sweet horse boy is not here. I will speak with the whore.
All right. So you approach this English gentleman, and he extends a hand and introduces himself as Samuel Hoare. Well, if you must know, I work for the embassy.
Wait, I didn't invite you to a Christmas party yet.
Well, if I'm still in town, I shall be there, of course.
And maybe you'll tell me more about our friend Rasputin.
And now, let's return to Let's Break History.
Now we'll move on to December 5th, 1916. You've had a few breakthroughs and a few setbacks. You've taken stock of the various players in this strange game, and you're starting to piece together some of the pieces. Very well said by me. All right. So where would you like to investigate today? And if Yusupov wants to use his ability, now's probably a good time to do that.
Yes. So I'm going to check out Yusupov Palace again.
Okay, let's see who's at the Yusupov Palace. Oswald Rayner and Sergei Sukhotin will be at the palace today.
Okay. And I've already spoken with Sukhotin, but not Rayner yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check out and see if I can speak to Rayner and see what his deal is.
Okay.
Should we decide where we're all going to be first?
I think Felix is going to...
Did someone else want to go to Yusupov, or should I?
No, go where you think is the best option.
Yeah, I'm curious about this English embassy angle, but I'm going to maybe, wait for it to develop a little bit more. Where do I want to go? I think I want to go to Sarsky Selo.
Okay. And then how about Anna and Maria?
Anna wants to go back, can we visit the same place we have already visited before?
You can't visit the same place twice in a row, but you can visit places you've been before.
Okay, I would like to go to police department. Okay. I need to talk to this Beletsky guy that everybody has already talked to him, but...
Yeah, I think he's been talked to every day, interestingly.
So maybe Winter Palace. I changed my mind.
Okay. And then that leaves Maria. Where would you like to head, Maria?
It's difficult because there are so many people that know me. I'm just not sure.
Has anybody gone to Pravda newspaper yet?
No.
No one has.
May want to try there how the media is treating. Maybe they know some gossip that you can gather.
Yeah, all right. Worth a shot.
Okay.
Not sure how much they'll tell me.
They may not know you, maybe.
We'll see.
I also just noticed the little text on our map that says Hoare lives here. It's an English embassy. It is spelled Hoare, which is good, because that is how you spell his name.
Oh, it was not you?
I did not write that. I think that
I
was...
wrote it.
Yeah.
Hello, Hoare.
All right, so who wants to go first today?
I can go.
Okay, so we'll start at the Winter Palace. At the Winter Palace today, Mikhail Andronikov is there, as well as Vladimir Purushkevich.
Oh, I guess I'm talking to Boriskovich. Did somebody talk to him already?
Yes, one person has talked to him so far. He was intimidated by the Minister of the Interior, Protopopov.
Okay. I would, does he know me? I'm sure everybody knows me, right?
He's a political figure and not really... He's probably seen you, but you don't have any personal relationship. If he knows your name, it doesn't mean a whole lot to him.
Okay.
So yeah, you walk up to Purushkevich, and he says, "Hello, who is this, who are you? I feel like I know you."
I am Anna. We have crossed paths before, but never got chance to introduce myself.
A pleasure, Anna. I am Vladimir Purushkevich.
Yes, have heard a lot about you. Finally
yes?
got chance to talk. Yes, absolutely.
I must believe that it is all very good.
Oh, very, very good information. Let's say that.
All right, give me a persuade roll to...
All right, that's 8.
Do I detect some sort of disdain in your tone?
Oh, no. Nothing of that information. I have heard you are very active in the political spectrum, so that's all I have.
Oh, yes, well, I am quite active. I would like to put an end to this ridiculous Duma.
Oh, I do not know a lot about it. Can you explain me further?
There's only a few things that about the Duma that a woman would need to know. The first is that it is a useless insult to the Tsars. The second is that is all there is to know.
That is not a lot. I was wondering, actually, I had a reason to find you and speak to you. I'm looking for Pavlovich, so I have heard that you might have an insight where he would be today.
Give me a perceive roll.
Perceive?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's another 8.
He says,
"Oh, so bad."
Pavlovich, the Grand Duke? I do not know him well enough to know his whereabouts.
Oh,
sorry
my insight was wrong then. Have you never met him?
Oh, we have met here and there, but, he's a very important man. I will not bother him. He is part of royal family. I do what I can to serve him in the Duma, but beyond that, we are not that well acquainted.
Yeah, I lost my persuade and perceive, huh? So I cannot really trust him, can I? That's what Anna thinks in her head. And say, "Thank you, sir. It was very nice meeting you."
And you as well. Perhaps we shall cross paths again in the future. Remember,
yes, absolutely.
I'm sure we will all remember this time. This time in the middle of December. Many years from now. All right,
that's not good.
That's your major action. Anything else you'd like to do?
My minor action, does it allow anything?
Your minor action is usually dealing with Rasputin, or in your case, relocating to Sarsky Selo, but someone's already there. So, and if there's like some sort of small improvised action you'd like to do, you can do that. But if not, then we can move on.
I look around who is in the close proximity and I know if I know anybody. Just to like a gaze around who is close to Boriskovich.
You would know Mikhail Andronikov. He is both a royal personage and a political person. He's around.
Is it close to can I see that he is paying attention to my conversation with Boriskovich, or is he unaware?
Roll a perceive roll. All right, you got a 9. Unfortunately, you can't tell one way or the other.
Rolled really bad today.
I think someone really needs to talk to him, though.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, done.
All right, who wants to go next?
I can go.
All right. So you hightail it to one of the local newspapers, the Pravda. This broadsheet has strong ties to the revolutionary sentiment in Petrograd. Like most newspapers in Petrograd, however, its staff has recognized how much Rasputin's name can sell copies. It has published plenty of malicious slander about the Starets. This newsroom is awash with journalists hard at work, as well as typesetters and salespeople. The only person of note here today is Vasily Shulgin. So you can either snoop around the newspaper for clues, or you can speak with Shulgin.
And we don't really know much about him so far.
Mm-mm.
All right. It is a very nice, magnificent curly mustache. Let's see. Yeah, I suppose I should go talk to this Shulgin fellow.
Okay. So you see a younger man with the look of a politician nearby. He's in some sort of heated argument at the moment with one of the journalists. He's balding early, but makes up for it with his magnificent curled mustache. And he, as you approach, he gives you a quick bow and introduces himself as Vasily Shulgin. And who might you be?
I don't know. Should I be myself? Should I be someone else?
I don't know. We have so little information on this guy. There's just no way of knowing how it's going to go.
All right. I'll just be myself. My name is Maria Rasputina.
Oh, I see. Well, very nice to meet you. As I have said, am Vasily Shulgin, and these people, he turns to the journalist, have slandered my name for the last time. And the newspaper people just roll their eyes at him.
Oh, that is so horrible.
Yes, well, your father would know. I hear he also gets very bad press.
Yes, he does. It's quite unfortunate. What did they say of you?
They say I am too young to be in Duma, but it is clear to me that they are all too old to understand.
Well, myself being a younger person as well, I completely understand. We are so underappreciated, our youth and our new ideas.
I should have expected as much from left-wing rag like the Pravda. They do not know good politics if it smashed them in face.
Yes, that is often the problem with these types of places. What is your personal belief about the way this country is going these days?
It goes straight into the toilet. We have given too much power to the peasants. Too much power to these non-nobles. We should be focusing on supporting our great Tsar instead of undermining his authority.
Ah, so you support the Romanovs.
Of course, as any good Russian would.
Yes, my father is a big supporter of them as well, as you would know.
Yes, well, your father. Give me a perceive roll.
That's a 10, so...
You can't really tell what he thinks of your father.
Oh no.
Well, look, I am very busy yelling at these newspaper people.
Of course, my apologies. Don't let me keep you. You give them hell.
I shall. If you can think of anything else you'd like to say to him, you can go ahead, but if you want to end the conversation here, that's also fine.
Yeah, I think I'm done with this guy.
All right. One thing you do note, however, while you're here, are some of the headlines that are
yes.
That are being printed for tomorrow's newspaper. And one of the headlines reads, Rasputin, the mysterious monk, Russia's real ruler.
Oh dear.
I think that's it for you today, unless you want to do something with your minor action.
No, I think I'm still don't have a lot of concrete information.
Okay. Thank you for listening. I interrupt you mid-episode to beg you for help. You see, we're an independent podcast, otherwise known as a rinky-dink operation. You can probably tell from the quality of our audio. Best way you can support us now is by rating and reviewing the podcast wherever you're listening to it. If you include a history fact in your review, we'll include it at the end of one of the podcasts. You can also support us by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/letsbreakhistory. Regardless of how you choose to support us, we're just happy you're listening. Thank you from me and from everyone else who helped put this podcast together. So, should we go next to Yusupov Palace or to Sarsky Sela?
I'll go.
Alright, so,
You pay a visit to Yusupov Palace, which is your place of residence. Also known as the Moika Palace, this is the resplendent residence of the Yusupov family. The decorations, artwork, and other finery of the palace rivals and even exceeds the extravagance of royal palaces across the globe. You are greeted by the family butler at the entrance and see various other servants going about their business, keeping the palace up to Yusupov's standard.
At the palace, you know that Oswald Rayner and Sergei Sukhotin are going to be there, and you could also use your turn to snoop around your own house looking for clues.
Well, I feel like I have enough of an idea about my own house. I'll talk to Rayner.
Okay, cool. So you espy a young English gentleman, Oswald Rayner. He's a friend of yours, and you met at Oxford. Oswald is fluent in many languages and is a very well-traveled man. He bows to you as you approach. Oh, Felix, I was hoping I could run into you here. How goes your day?
Oh, hello, Oswald. Oh, it's very stressful, planning 2 Christmas parties, Western and Orthodox, and, you still haven't told me you're coming yet.
Oh, well, I should expect to be there, of course. Which party are you hosting here? Which one?
Well, I'll be hosting 2. Next one will be Western Christmas party in a few days.
Oh, well, sounds rather exciting.
Well, I hear the English like marbles. Maybe you'll bring for a white elephant's gift.
Oh, marbles, you say? Well, I shall have to see if I can find any.
Your friend, the whore, he says he likes the marbles.
Give me a perceive roll.
24.
So first he says, I'm afraid you're quite mistaken. I don't associate with whores.
No, I mean, what's his name? The Samuel whore.
I don't know anybody by that name. And you can tell that he's lying.
Oswald, come. We study together. We have many nights rowing along silly English rivers you'll have. You know this man, no?
Give me a persuade roll with advantage.
19.
Okay, nice. Well, dash it all, if you must know. As it happens, I'm not exactly unemployed, and I'm not here for purely personal reasons. I'm actually a member of the intelligence mission here in Petrograd, and Mr. Hoare is an associate.
Stowe?
Indeed, he is an associate of mine, and we are simply keeping tabs on the situation here. I thought perhaps you could help me, in fact. You are quite well connected. Perhaps you could give me a bit of a scoop, if you will. Something to let me know the disposition of the royal family.
You're asking me to betray confidences of ruling class of mother country.
Oh, of course not. I would never ask such a thing. It's just, I know you're dashed involved in all these things, and I thought, who better to know what the goings-on in Petrograd are than my good friend Felix?
Oh, you flatter. But no, yes, things are, as you know, we're picking up on some trouble of a valued visitor to Court Rasputin. Have you heard of anything?
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time?
We are picking up that the noted confidant of the Tsarina, Rasputin, maybe some people around Petrograd don't like him so.
Oh well, I wouldn't know anything about that. Perhaps you should ask around at the Duma. I hear he's quite unpopular there. Give me a persuade roll though. 9. All right. He's not forthcoming with any additional information about Rasputin.
You bring your wife here to the palace.
Well, I'm actually not married.
That's right.
Hoping, fingers crossed and all that, but perhaps when I travel back
too young. You're a confirmed bachelor.
Yes, rather.
Well,
I
guess
perhaps could find a date between now and your party?
Sure. Maybe, I don't know, you'll find someone. There are Russians literally everywhere.
That's quite right. All right, so we'll move on, I think, from this interaction, unless there's anything else you'd like to do.
I want to check with the staff that the preparations for the party are going swimmingly.
Okay, yeah, so you talk to your staff, and as you have literally done in the past, whip them into shape in order to make sure that the party preparations for your Christmas party are underway. All right. We shall go last to Sarsky Salo for the day. Is that right?
Indeed.
Okay. So Dmitry Pavlovich is here, as well as the Tsarina and Dmitry Rubinstein. And you can also, of course, snoop around and look for clues.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. I'm torn between trying to talk to Pavlovich and just snooping around. And I think... So I want to try to talk to Pavlovich. Is that worth my time? It's going to be evasive, I imagine. You know what? I'm just going to snoop around. I'm just going to snoop around for clues.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigate roll.
All right. And it's a 15.
All right. Nice. So you chat up people at the court, and you can learn where any two royal characters are going to be tomorrow.
Okay. Let's find out where Andronikov is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And let's find out where Pavlovich is going to be, because Felix has been looking for him.
Okay. Andronikov and Pavlovich, I will let you know where they will both be at the end of the day. And I guess it is the end of the day. So we will cut to the Tavrochesky Garden again, where you can reconvene. So, Andronikov, let's see where he's going to be. He's going to actually be visiting Rasputin's partner. And then Pavlovich will be at the Yusupov Palace tomorrow.
Ain't that just the way? Yeah.
So what information have we gathered that we didn't have before?
I think the only thing that we figured out today, it seems like, is that the English are definitely here as part of an intelligence thing. You know?
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely something going on with that. And we did find out that Shulgin is a royalist, so there's at least that. Mm-hmm. It's still unclear whether he is supportive of Rasputin, because there are a lot of royalists who don't support Rasputin, so I'm still on the fence about that.
I think he's definitely against, because my sense is he believes the same notion that non-nobilist coming in the royal court is a bad idea. So from that aspect of it, he's not thrilled about Rasputin being in the limelight or, running the show.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we should definitely talk to Andronikov next, get some information out of him.
I wish to visit the English embassy and discover what these foreigners are doing in our glorious motherland.
Good call.
Okay. And then, Manuka, what were you going to say?
My conversation with Boriskovich didn't go anywhere, but it does seem like he was lying to me when he said he doesn't have much connection with Pavlovich.
Mm-hmm.
I have arrived. Vasily Shulgin, what are you doing here? Well, I was just looking for more bad press about myself. Well, you're not going to find any bad press about you in our recording studio. This does not look like a recording studio. This looks more like your apartment. Shh! Vasily Shulgin, you can't... This is definitely a recording studio. Why don't you just go away? Maybe you can read the history facts at the end. Fine. I shall come back then. Okay. Good. Well, that's our episode. Thanks so much for listening. If you're enjoying the podcast, please consider supporting us by going to patreon.com/letsbreakhistory. Member benefits include early access to episodes, custom artwork, and other cool stuff. And also remember to give us a review. If you include a history fact in your review, we'll read it at the end of an episode. We also love hearing from our listeners, so you can tweet at us using @BurningTavern, and you can find our Facebook page at facebook.com/BurningTavern. Remember, folks, sometimes history does not quite repeat itself. See you next week. Okay, I am back. This week's history fact comes from our resident artist Rita Feinstein. Queen Elizabeth I was a fan of a teeth polishing substance called Tudor toothpaste. One of its principal ingredients was sugar, and she used it to clean her teeth. Needless to say, most of her teeth were ruined by the time she was 50 years old. Alright, well, I certainly have nothing to do with any plan to kill Rasputin, so no need to come back. We'll see you next week.